Hello and welcome to the 53rd episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. So this week, number one, random conclusion. I own way too many red shirts. I realized that when I was opening up my drawer looking for a shirt to put on and I'm like, why are all of these red? Need to do something about that. But anyways, actually knitting stuff. Let's see, this week I actually was not fully certain I was going to post this week, but I decided, why not? I've got progress I want to show. So I've got stash enhancement, I've got a finished product, and I got a new cast on. Yay. Okay, alright. So first, I guess I will start with my finished project. So last week, you saw me working on my Tiberius socks. Yeah, Tiberius socks. I just realized I forgot the name. And they're done. Both socks. So I'm really happy with that. By the time I made it to, I think it was the guild meeting. Yeah, the guild meeting last week. The only thing I had left to do was I was pretty much almost finished the front. I just had to do the toe. And I think I finished that by Thursday afternoon or something like that. I can't remember. I finished it on Thursday, I think. So, because I don't keep track of this stuff anymore. So, both socks. Done. Yes, yarn's ends are not woven in, but I don't care. So, this was the second socks. This is the one that I finished over the weekend. The pattern is by Cookie A. The needle size I used for this was 1.5 US, which is, I think, a 2.25 millimeter. The yarn I used was my own hand-dyed yarn. This one is a teal color. This one is one I dyed with avocado, which I think still was like the most beautiful pink. Hold on. I discovered this last week, so let's see if this will work again this week so you can get to see it in its true color. Can you see that? Yeah, that's the color. So that's the color of these socks. Alright. So let's now do my work in progress. I said last week that I was going to cast on a new project. Was debate between two shells. I'm definitely going to do the second shell. But I ended up picking up the needles on Wednesday when I was heading towards the guild meeting. I ended up picking up my US 6 needles. I went to Unit. It took me a while to find it because I had not been there since they moved off of by Honest Dads in Toronto. So this time now I had to go, was it Ossington Station that I got off? I think it was. It was a station I had never been to before. So I got off Ossington Station, had my, phone out, playing my Pokemon game and walking and, spinning stuff like there's no tomorrow until I finally found the place. So I ended up buying my needles there. I ended up buying a pack of Lykke, Lykke, those needles. I got them in a US 6. I also found out that they sell undyed yarn, and they also sell dye there. So, the little pots of dye, the small ones, they have those there for sale as well. So, yeah, I'd never found those anywhere else except online, so I was very happy to find that out. So, I got my needles, decided, Thursday, I'm going to cast that thing on. I cast that thing on, I struggled with the brioche, and then I made a mistake. And then by Friday morning, I said, forget this. I'm going to rip it all out, and I'm going to start it all over again. But I was excited because I did get the brioche working. So if you haven't figured it out by now, it's a Half Moon Oracle shawl. It requires brioche. So I decided, okay, so I started it again on Thursday. And then I haven't put it down since. Friday is when I started it again. I'm so happy with my progress on this. So first, hold on a second. I guess I'll show you the yarn that I used. I'm pretty certain I showed it to you before. So this one, hold on. This yarn, it's a Woolmeese twin. I think the colorway is, I think it's Elsa, or it could be Sabrina. I can never remember. So there's that. That's my first color. Pull that out. This one is Woolen Vine yarn. On her footsie base, the colorway is called Pandora. And then my third color, this one is Knit Pick Stroll in the colorway Majestic. Yes, this is one of the first yarns I ever bought from them. So those are the yarns that I'm using for this project. And then, put that away. I guess I will now show you the progress. Hold on. Just getting my needle situated. Yeah, I'll show you from this way. Right? That's the front way. There's the front way. Oh no, this is the front way. Sorry. This is not... It's one string. One string. Sorry. Okay. So here is the progress of my shawl so far. So this is from Thursday until now. I have not put this thing down. I haven't worked on anything else. So, hold on, move this back out of the way. So that was my initial color. Sorry if it clicks, but my Wilmies up here, and then a little short section of brioche, which I ended up doing. I had a hard time with it, of course, at first, because I've been struggling trying to learn this thing since the Exploration Station came out. So for this one, I looked online, but I kept having a hard time not being able to see which way to do the yarn overs and how people were doing it. I don't know if maybe a vast majority of people who are doing the tutorials automatically assume that we could see which way you're doing the yarn overs, because I was never able to. But I ended up finally finding one by Sosu Knits, yes, on YouTube, who was able to give me a good clear direction and a good vision as to which way things were going. So because of that, I was able to do my brioche, and then I moved into my lace, and then I moved into a huge section of brioche. I have at least one more section of this. I did manage to make a few mistakes in my second thing of brioche, mostly due to things like drop stitches and me trying to do, like, I guess I was not paying attention. It dropped, and I tried to pick it back up, but I already have a hard enough time picking up back stitches when I'm doing stockinette. So with brioche, it was not easy. They're not fully noticeable. Like, there's one there. If you can see it, hold on. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's one there. There's like, I think about 3 in this brioche section. I think there's another one there. And I can't tell where the other one was. And then close to the end, when I was doing the last row of brioche, I ended up dropping another stitch, picking it up as best as I could. But the thing is, I'm even having a hard time finding it, so I guess I did a decent enough job. So it's done. It's working well. So I'm on the second lace section for this pattern. If you look on the pattern, so I'm on this section here. So this is now when things are taking a long time. So that, yeah, so I'm on this section here, and then I have a short section of brioche, and then lace, and then the edging. I would love to say with the progress that I've been making this week that I will get this thing done in like no time flat. These rows are now taking forever because I think according to the directions I have over 260 stitches. Sorry, excuse me as I turn the pages, I look for this thing. I have 294 stitches on the needle. Yeah, it's taking a while. But I am loving the progress that I'm making on it. Kristen, you made a beautiful pattern. I'm actually debating whether or not I should do the full, like the the oracle shawl, like the full version of it. But I think if I do it, it won't be my next immediate one. Because I'm still going to do the other shawl that I have. Excuse me as I move my computer screen. I'm still going to do the Spark of Grey first, I think. So this one is still going to come up after this Half Moon Oracle is finished. And then maybe I'll consider doing the pie shawl. I've never successfully completed a pie shawl. But considering now my main worry was not the fact that it was a pie shawl, that it was brioche, I ain't worried no more. Pretty certain. If you look at my Instagram, I've been putting up progress shots since I started this thing. So like, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, every day I put up a progress shot of my work of it. And I'm really happy with it. So that is it for my new project. I don't have any other works in progress right now that I worked on this week. However, going through my what's it called? My stuff, I realize I have lots of socks that I keep pulling up out of nowhere that I need to get working on. I'll see if I can do a little stint about that afterwards. But let me go on to my stash enhancements. So I went to, of course, at the guild meeting, they always have a vendor. The vendor this year was Red Sock Blue Sock. Sorry, this month was Red Sock Blue Sock. So I ended up getting one skein. Nothing too fancy. It's pretty much a solid and heel cuffs and toe variegated mini skein. So here it is. It's on the Sock Adventure. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that well? Yes. From Sock Adventure, from Red Sock Blue Sock. The colorway is called Grape Jelly for the purple one, and for the dark purple one, and the mini skein, which is 25 grams, it's called Ava. So I'm looking forward to getting onto that. I'm definitely going to turn these into socks. I know you know what? I do know exactly which socks I'm going to do with these with, because my first kibble project that I ever did was Cookie A's BFF socks. I've had those socks since probably about 2011 or 2012, and it's actually starting to run. It's starting to get threadbare at the bottom. Now, I don't know. I guess I could sit down there and figure out how to darn it, or I could just say, I'm just going to knit another pair of socks, like I did with these ones. These ones weren't threadbare, but do them like the same way like I did these ones. With the I'd probably end up just using the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and then this part would be the dark purple, would be the BFF socks. Got the book with it, got the pattern with it. It's not that hard to do. So I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing with it. So hold on, I'm going to pause here, and I will be back with you in just a moment. Okay, now I'm back from my little break. Another project I realized I forgot to talk about. I brought it with me even on Friday to start, and I still ended up not doing it, mostly due to the fact I could not find the end for it. It's a pair of socks I'm doing for one of my friends. She even got the yarn and everything. So it would be made with this burnout sock, which is mostly acrylic. I think it's acrylic and nylon in the colorway Tutu. Yeah, 60% acrylic, 40% nylon. It would not be my first pick for socks, but honestly, I can't say I've never tried it. It does feel soft, and hopefully it will be hard enough wearing for socks and comfortable enough. But I'm pretty certain that she can't do wool, and it would probably make her feet too hot. So that's what it is. But the ball that I had brought with me, I could not find the end of it. So I had to start taking the yarn from the outside, and that was frustrating me. So I said, screw it. I'm going to ball it up, which I haven't gotten to do, and then I will get started on those socks. I'm probably just going to do them like short socks vanilla or something like that. Or maybe I'll do it with ribbing. It would probably be better with ribbing to make sure that it fits her properly. So there's that. Yesterday I went searching and I finally found it. My mini skein of leftovers from the yarn that I had used for which shawl was it? Doula shawl. I could not find it before. I found it. Somehow or another, it slipped behind my bed. So it needs to be a little bit laundered. But I found it. I'm so happy because I was so upset that I couldn't find it anywhere. Anyways, so what I actually want to pause the video for, all my socks in progress that I managed to pick up. I don't think I have any more socks in progress beyond this, but let's do this. So in here, the same time that I started my Tiberius socks, I started my Spock socks. And then I put down my Spock socks. And I never looked back at them again because I was working on other things. So hold on a second. So this is my motivation that I need to get working on these. So I got 1 foot of Spock socks done, working on it. I'm just past the heel. The yarn I'm using is some Dynasty. I've never seen this one before. I got this from someone from my knitting circle. It could have been from Zealous for all I know. So, you know, it's just a basic white wool, 75-25, nylon and wool, or wool and nylon. And then this one is by Richard DeVries. I can't remember what the colorway is. I don't think I kept the label for that one. I had gotten that last year at one of the Knitters Guild meetings, I believe. So that's what I'm using for my main color. It's like a cranberry color type of thing. Put this back into the bag. Put this one back into the bag. And put the sock in. So that's one that needs to be worked on. Got everything done to work on it. I just need to finish it. Another one that I pulled out that I kind of, in a sense, forgot, and then I just never got back to it. This is the business casual socks. Why did I do it like that? Sorry, hold on a second. I did something odd. This is not the way I usually type my projects. One's just completely out. Okay. So, this is the business casual socks. This is by Tannis Fiber Arts for the pattern. And the yarn is Hedgehog Fibers in the Boombox colorway. I remember I got it from, if I remember correctly, Hand Knit Yarn Studio in Hamilton. I even have a progress keeper and everything. I just have not done it. So, I got to get on that. I got to finish those ones off. I'm pretty certain I started this last year. So, I don't know. Hold on, sorry, this is bothering me. I gotta fix this. There we go. So, I gotta finish this. I don't like the fact that it's been left there for so long. I don't know if maybe if I tried it on, if it was too tight or something like that. Maybe that's what stopped me from doing it. And if that's the case, I'm gonna pull it out, but I can't make a guarantee that I would do these socks again in this color. I'd probably pick something else. So let's put that back in the bag. It's another one that I've accounted for. Another one is the Chudo socks. I did these as a test knit for Karen Burr. I finished the test knit part, which I only need to do one sock. And yeah, that sock is done. That part's easy. It's called the second sock does not exist. I've got the yarn. This is one that I dyed myself. I think I called it Cheeto Dust Print. So I got that. I got the pattern, so I got the needle sitting in here. I just need to get to it, so that's another one that I got to do. And I'm hoping I remember all the size information. I marked it down on the thing, or else we're going to have a hard time. So that is everything for my projects that I have not worked on that I need to work on and finish them up. Because it's not that I don't want them or anything like that. It's just I have not gotten around to doing it because I keep picking up something else. So as far as I'm concerned, the only thing I'm allowed to pick up is a plain sock pattern, and that's pretty much covered up by the socks for Denise. So I will get started on those, and then everything else is called, you got to get them done. So that is probably going to, is that everything that I can talk about? I am looking. I believe so. Yep, I believe that's it. So I'm going to try and have a semi-productive day. So that means I got to go cook. I've got to do my July stuff for my bullet journal. Got a dentist visit later on today, and I got to go to the bank. I think that covers all of them. Yeah, that's probably all of my plans for the day. So that will be it for today. I hope to see you next week or the week after, depending on how much progress I make on my projects. And have a good day. Thank you for spending your crafting time with me. Bye.